Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you find this content. Welcome back to Rene, and I'm doing a rant with you guys. I haven't did one of these in a long time. It's when, I used to come over here on my channel and talk to you about the shit that was bothering me. But it has been a week, you guys. I mean, seriously, it all kicked off Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, okay? First and foremost, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go down, hit the bell, subscribe so you can be alerted to this content when I drop it, okay? It's all kinds of different things over here. Guaranteed to crack you up inside. Hopefully I break a rib. I don't know, but you love it. And hopefully you like it because I like it. When I can laugh at myself, I mean, that's the best thing in the world. Like when you can laugh at yourself. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to come over here and chit chat with you guys. I haven't done that in a long time, like I said. And I used to do these, at least once a week. I would give you my breakdowns and, my shows that I was watching and what I thought and blah, blah, blah. And I'm coming in this whole, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's not an incognito thing. It's just fucking roll with it, okay? So let me start off by telling you guys, I'm going to back up, all right? I'm going to tell you what I did. So I went on this experimental online speed dating thing, okay? And a whole bunch of fa-la-las, okay? This shit was crazy. It was crazy. Now, I went on here because I wanted to see what it was like in the sense for a little trial run, if you will. Me and my friend, my good girlfriend, are thinking about putting something together because people are out here and they're trying to date, but, to meet people in person sometimes and on the sites and the apps, it just don't be apping and working for nobody, like, because people get to play these Halloween characters and be somebody else that they really aren't in real life. Anywho, so I told her, strolling along on Eventbrite, I came across this where there's this girl and she's got this thing where you can have all these little 8-minute conversations with people and it just keeps rolling on to the next person. And you set yourself up in the age group that you want to connect with people within, your age or a range within that, somewhere in the middle, but whatever, not below, because nobody wants Jeffrey Epstein vibes and shit like that. We got enough of that shit going on with people that we're like, what the fuck? You're on the list? Yeah. Anywho, so, she's older. And so it's hard for her, especially within, to, be out here meeting people and just trying to have like a friend, a special friend, or whatever you want to call them. So that went out. So I was like, hey, I'm going to see what this shit is like. And then I'll let you know. And then if it's something that looks to be successful, we can kind of run something as opposed to having people coming in person where you can do it online. No equipment required, etc. So I'm like, all right. And I didn't dress up like, anything because, I mean, the fuck? I'm trying to just see what this shit is really fucking like. So the first connection that I got to, it started a little early, so I thought I was going to be on time, like just to be logging in a couple minutes early. This motherfucker came from out of the fucking, I promise you, this is exactly what it came up to be. So it rings in and then you can see on the screen, it's like connecting. Hi. Me. Hello. How are you? I'm fine. What's your name? Eric. I'm like, the fuck is going on with Eric? First of all, he crawled from underneath the table. Okay, because he was never on camera when it connected him in. And he's giving me Quasimodo vibes. Okay. And so I'm like, fuck are you doing on here? So I asked, but nicely. So I was like, "So, what are you doing on here?" Like, obviously, everybody else is on here. They're trying to find dates or whatever. So he's like, "I'm for dating." And I'm like, "Okay. How old are you?" "I'm 21." I said, "Yeah, wrong fucking group." I'm like, this is, maybe I'm fucked up. Maybe I'm in the wrong group. Maybe I was 2 minutes too early and they rolled me somewhere else. So I was like, yeah, I think I'm in the wrong group. I don't think I'm supposed to be over here with you because I'm 40, whatever, whatever. And he's like, "I want a date. I'm here to date." I said, "Yeah." Something's wrong here. I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm going to go out and then I'm going to come back in and see, maybe it's on me. Maybe I messed up." So I was like, all right, disconnect this shit. Next caller, or whoever you want to, whatever. Hi. I'm like, "Hey, this guy looks like somebody that sits in the bar, Cheers, where everyone knows your name." Yes, wasn't the beat, but I found it later, so I tried to fix it. Where everybody knows your name. I had to redeem myself, but he was giving me those vibes. Gray, silver hair. This dude was 56 years old and living in Michigan. I'm like, the fuck is the people in Maryland? So I'm like, this is weird, like how this is set up. It's just rolling to different people, different ages. And I was like, yeah, I didn't think I was in this group either, but whatever. So he's like, "I don't have any friends in Maryland." I was like, okay, maybe we can be pen pals. I'm like, I ain't had no pen pals since I was in school when we were doing those assignments. I think it was fifth grade. Pen pal, this shit keeps going out. Pen pal. I was like, yeah, I don't. I was like, okay. So he was like, "Yeah, you can, at the end of the video, you can ask for more time." And I was like, "How many times have you done this?" He said, "This is my third time." I was like, "Oh shit. Okay." So third time's a charm. That's how I go in my motto of life. Third time's a charm. But I was like, all right. I was like, "Well, it was nice talking to you. I'll see you on the flip side." So anyway, hung up with that one. Here comes another call. And I mean, they're popping. So I'm like, okay, the process, it's giving what needs to be given. You're gonna talk to different people. And this shit was supposed to last for 2 hours. So it's from 8 to 10 o'clock. Okay. So anywho, I get to the next person. All I see on the wall is a crucifix and somebody in the background. Yeah. Next caller. I come up to this other caller comes up. This is what it was giving. Like, all the pearly whites. I said, "Hello. Hello." I said, "Shit." This shit is wild. "How are you?" "I am doing good." "Okay, that's good. And you are located where?" "I am in Boston, Massachusetts." It's nowhere near Maryland. I'm like, alrighty. "Are you having a good experience with this?" "You are my first call." I said, "Oh, help me." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "So down at the bottom, I noticed this little ice cube thing, and I was like, I'm gonna take a chance." So they're icebreakers. Cool. No problem. Because it gives something to give. Something's kind of stagnant. And this guy looks like he's set up like the background wall is like the tile, like in the bathroom. So I'm like, I wanted to be like, "Annie, are you okay? Are you safe? Are you okay, Annie? Because do you need me to send smoke signals to, do you need help?" Okay. So African vibes, right? So it's giving. I see what it's giving. You're looking for a green card. So the icebreaker was like, name one of the things, highlight or something on your bucket list, something in the nature of that. So I asked, what's your highlight? What's your bucket list thing? To find the girl of my dreams, to be with forever. I said, yeah, that's like not kind of bucket list. My answer was like, I want to drive a RV across the country to the States, through the States, like, one band, one sound type living arrangement for like months. That was my bucket list. So but he was peeping it and he was smart. He was like, you could add if we have more time to talk. I said, yeah, I'm going to circle back around. I said, and I'll hit the button at the end of our conversation so you can pop back up in my queue and then we can talk. Okay. I said, yeah. It was 8:26. I jumped the fuck off that shit like I was jumping off a moving train that I didn't pay a ticket to be on. Like, I was like, y'all can get me the fuck up out of here. I said, that shit was wild. So I reported back to my friend. I was like, yeah, I think we're going to have our people screened and making sure that they live in Maryland because this is giving everywhere. It was everywhere. I didn't talk to anybody here, and I didn't need to, because that was the experience to be had. That was enough. Okay, let's drive on down the street. Let's talk about Friday the motherfucking 13th. Okay. So I lose my wallet. Lose it. It's gone. It's nowhere to be found. Only went one place, which was Dunkin' Donuts. And so there are a few homeless people that hang out in that area. They probably, again, took my money and was like, fuck these cards. Can't use them anyway. Right, you can't. That's some good coffee right there. I swear. My barista, he's back. He puts his foot in it all the time. Not literally, but you know what I mean. It's really good. Because he has it down to the perfect science. Like, I don't know. He perfected it. Props to him. Anyway, let me go back. So, gone. So, I went up there at 7:30 in the morning. I'm like in the house. Never realized I don't have it anymore until I'm about to go outside. Like, let me go to the grocery store. And it's like, with what, bitch? Because you don't got no money. You don't got no wallet. Where's your wallet? I mean, I track back and forth. All over the house. And I clean my house every Friday. It's a ritual. I clean every Friday. So, of course, I would have seen it if I obviously was in here cleaning. Nowhere to be found. Wasn't in the car. I even drove back to Dunkin' Donuts. Parked in the same place where I parked in the earlier morning. Wasn't there. Nobody turned it in. Checked the other places in the same area, different little shops, and even the medical center. Nobody had it. And I didn't give really a fuck about the money in there. The cards, fine. I also pulled up my account. Nothing was spent. Obviously, nobody swiped it, which made me think like it's got to be around. You just don't know where it is. And I wasn't even on nothing. Like, I was straight, like, clear mind, but could not find it. It broke me because it was the wallet. The wallet was sentimental to me because I got it in Seattle when I went home. It was a vacation to celebrate my birthday and me launching my business for my Galaxy Cleaning Services. And so it was the wallet for me that blew me. That I didn't have. I was in the bank crying. Like, she's like, it's okay. Maybe it just means you have to take a trip and go get another wallet and you need to go and visit Seattle and go home. I was like, maybe that's exactly what it meant. But I was broke up. So anyway, I'm going to plan that. Since she said it, I was like, bitch, that made sense. So I'm going for it. But anyway, the fucked up part is I have no ID. And I am a medical patient. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the place that they know me. Cheers, where everybody knows your name. And I do pop-up shops, and sell cake and all of that stuff, in there at times. And, so they know me. And I even just ran back into one of the originals, the OGs, because I can't find the two managers because they don't work there anymore because I want to start doing my pop-ups again. And he was like, oh, we got a new manager. You got to come back, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, that's some dope shit. So it was meant for me to, be there. But that was another night. We're under certain different circumstances and situations. Now, I am a driving instructor from Maryland State. And, I'm like, I don't have no ID. So what better is to have your certified badge, right? Okay. I mean, I couldn't be a driving instructor if I ain't had no license. So I'm like, this is a picture. This is me. I'll go, pretty much use that. Because I'm surely, I'm driving around like a lot of people out here that don't even got a goddamn library card, let alone a learner's permit. They don't have a license either. They just driving and shit. I even found one of my old driver's licenses that was issued in 2015. Okay, peep the hair. Everything is just different, right? Hair is different, but I'm like, it's got my face. Same smile. I'll go, do that shit. And then I was like, and just in case, because that's not enough, I got my badge, to show, who I am. All three different fucking hairstyles. I just looked at that shit. I got locks now, fucking shortcut, fucking long hair. I mean, girl, I was giving looks. I was giving hair. Was I? I was. Anyway, none of that shit worked. Okay. I mean, I even had the audacity to call in an order so I can pick it up. I was like, don't be all crazy and loud at the window. Go inside. Talk to the manager. Let them know we got a situation. Houston, we have a problem, which is actually what I ordered. Very good. And so, the guy is in there, so I'm thinking like, yeah, a lifeline. And my boy that was telling me come on back and sell these cakes because this girl that they got in there ain't doing shit and they miss me. So he was like, what happened? I was like, yeah, I don't have my license. Wallet's been stolen. Da 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 da. I'm waiting on my, my new license. Now in Maryland, they stopped where you can't go in and get a duplicate. They got to mail everything to you. Okay. So I'm like, I'm pulling everything. I felt like Tina Turner and What's Love Got to Do with It when she started taking off her rings and was like, I got a mobile car, some jewelry. And she had a couple of little pennies in her pocket. It wasn't enough to rent a room, but they was like, please stop. Don't do nothing. I was like, I got my badge. I was like, yeah, I'm a driving instructor. I was like, I found my old license. They was like, yeah, that Tina, stop. We just can't. We can't do it. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, there was like, there's a $3,000 fine. Anybody could be here undercover, didn't get the right credentials. So this chick is behind the window like, do you have a picture of your license in your phone? And I'm like, yo, like, no. I don't do stuff like that. It's like Wakanda. We don't do that here. But crazy shit though, I left because I was pissed and, because nothing worked. So basically, I left. And I then started going through my phone as far as in my photos. And I was like, maybe I do have a picture because maybe I had to send something off to, send it to somebody. How they need a picture of your license. You scan it through uploads and shit. So I actually found one. So I called back. I was like, hey, it's me. Hello, it's me. Yeah. I found a picture of my license in my phone. He was like, yeah, that was miscommunication. I don't know why she said that, but we really need to physically see the license. I was like, motherfuckers, I am a medical patient. You're going to deny my prescription. But he was like, I'm going to put a really big discount under your name. So when you do get your license and you come back, it's going to be like you barely paid for anything. I was like, well, okay. Thanks. Appreciate that. So I went home. And my good girlfriend was like, you got a passport, right? I was like, of course. She's like, take that with you. I was like, bitch, I ain't even think about the passport. The passport. Yes, that's as legal as we can get. So I called my other little pharmacy. And I was like, hey, I lost my license. I was like, but I got a passport. They was like, come on in. I was like, I'm coming now. I'm coming up. Coming. I was like, yo, I've been like Men in Black every time. I'll be like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna need to see some ID. Yeah, I mean, every time I'm outside now, I be feeling like an FBI agent. Agent Adams, yeah. Gonna need to, it's a whole nother hairstyle in that too. Yeah, we're gonna need to see your credentials and everything like that. So yeah, so Passport City. Yes, I was able to get my shit. I just need my license though, for real, like, cause this is some dumbass bullshit, okay? And I'm hoping that whoever found my shit, do the right thing. Do the right thing. You got to do the right thing. You gotta put that shit in the mail. Please. Cards already canceled. New ones are on their way coming. Just send my wallet back. Please. Please. I don't want that. They probably mad because Seattle, the champions, fucking Super Bowl, they was like, fuck this wallet and fuck Seattle. Like, damn, why? Why? Okay, but anyway. Lastly, again, don't become your parents. The progressive guy, he says it best. Because that's what my mother was trying to do. She was trying to turn me into that as I was in the store and asking me, do you see Miss Tara? I'm in line. No, I don't. I don't see her. But then I did happen to see her. And I turned into those people on the commercial that he says, do not become your parents. I'm having a whole conversation from my mom in my ear to Miss Tara, who's putting her till in the cash register next to where I'm standing in line, passing conversation back and forth. Like, this is not what I do. You need to call her. Tell her I said hi. Yeah, my mom said hi, Miss Tara. Tell her I miss her. Mom, she said she missed you so much. Oh, I wish we was done. How has she been? She said she's been good. What about yourself? Oh, fuck no. No. Y'all gonna call each other. Call me. Y'all call each other. But yeah, don't turn into them. And I felt it. I was like, ooh, you doing it? Ooh, don't do that. Don't. Don't. But anyway, that was my rant. Have a good day. I'm going to get back to work because that's where I need to be. But I hope you guys enjoyed a little travel down within my woes of the last week. And hopefully I was able to make you smile and laugh. Anywho, be kind and be good to yourself and to other people. Namyo Renge Kyo. Peace.